Guys, today is going to be a bit of a different video because usually I am more so the kind of person who does just like faith-based videos, but today is going to be a different video. So I guess if you're here for that, then click off now because that isn't what you guys are getting today. It's more of a, well, it's a different video because at the end of the day, although my faith is good to me, I feel like I can also do other stuff. So I will be also uploading like kind of rant videos on this channel and just like videos about topics in general that I am passionate about. So what I imagine is I'm probably going to start like researching certain topics and basically uploading kind of in-depth videos about certain situations, like whether that be kind of an expose on Russell T Davies and how woke he is and how woke Julia Gardner is and how woke a lot of the new Doctor Who guys are, as well as really kind of exposure of other things in general. And by that, I mean like UK politics and other things. And I know not many people are really gravely interested in UK politics all the time, but I want to make it in a way where it's funny and I can basically kind of take the mick out of everything happening in the UK because really it is a laughing stock the way that they have completely dealt with everything. I feel like they have shot themselves in the foot so many times. It's a wonder they even have a foot left at this point. It is outrageous. Uh, the thing is, I feel like I'm not going into depth, like, enough when it comes to these issues because really there are so much many more issues, especially with like labor and the general practice within the UK. And I mean, it's bad enough here right now. Is it not bad enough right here now? And I think it just keeps on getting worse and worse and worse. And I don't think that Britain is really helping itself. I don't think that Britain is really great right now. But this is the thing. I I feel like in a way I don't know what to say because Britain is in such a mess politically right now. It is kind of extremely hard to fathom. And I like even feel like the devil's trying to stop me from talking weirdly enough. Um, but yeah, I feel like the world has gotten to the point of wokeness where it's just ridiculous. Where like even if you end up like, well, I guess staring at someone just because you were staring, other people will obviously assume the absolute worst of you, like you're trying to murder them or some shit like that. And it is just absolutely ridiculous. Some people have way too active imaginations. Uh, like, well, certain people uh, who make up BS. But there you go. At the end of the day, there will always be people who do these things and who lie and have certain situations in life where they think they're right in every situation, but usually they aren't. And these kind of people, it's like I'm not talking about serious situations. Serious situations, yeah, I understand that. I'm not like being that asshole who's saying, yeah, no, yeah. But what I'm saying is the situations where it's idiotic, where people are like going on about men, well, women who have transitioned into men or men who have transitioned into women, and they're basically kind of going into family locker rooms and posing as the other sex just so they can kind of, well, keep their own sick fascinations, which isn't really a good thing. And at the end of the day, it only gets worse because I feel like this society is full of more and more people who are looking to exploit and do horrible things and be, well, nasty and evil and do things for money or for drugs or just kind of indulge in that kind of lifestyle. And these people, like P. Diddy, like all these people you've seen in the media, Will Smith, don't have morals. They don't care. And the issue is, all they want to do is push their own little agendas, whether it be the trans agenda, whether it be the gay agenda, whether it be our Labour government, the what is it? The immigrant agenda. That's the one. The immigrant agenda, or should it be the tax agenda, or the let all the old people get cold and die agenda? There's that one too. You can't forget about that one. It's an important one because every man, woman, and child that don't have an icicle raining from the nose have to be dead inside. They have to be, because otherwise, I mean, it's not right. It's not there. But this is the thing. The UK government has really, well, buggered right up in a way, and it is completely ridiculous that we're even left to watch it while, Christian pastors are being put away for saying God bless you, other people are being put away for saying God bless you or preaching the gospel. There are Muslims who are rioting in the streets, going around saying Allahu Akbar and doing, well, basically there was one where I think a guy was like stabbed in, well, I don't know if it was a guy or a kid, but somebody got like stabbed in the stomach, and he ended up walking away from the situation, but the guy nearly like bled out, and an ambulance had to be called. Of course, it's not a fun situation. It's just I very much get, I nervous laugh. This is the thing. And really, situations like that, it's laughable. In a way, for me, it's laughable because how can something so wrong, so ridiculous, so out there, just be, put aside as if it's nothing? Just because people are a different race or a different pigment. And at the end of the day, I do not want to be like seen as racist or one of these people in any way, shape, or form, because I know that is not me. I would never be that. And at the end of the day, I'm not saying these things to be racist. I'm saying these things to be deadly honest. But the issue is, in this world currently, in the world that Labour wants it to be, they are making it out as if, if you say anything against Muslims or against immigrants, you are then suddenly far right. And it's outrageous to a point, because really, I'm not far right. People around are not really far right. They just want to get the point across that there are too many boats coming across the borders. And as well as that, it is also the fact that people, children, and other people are kind of being pushed off of those boats, are dying in the sea. And people are just like, oh, that's normal. People are meant to die in the sea. People are meant to die in the sea. No, they're not. It's like even here, a few days ago where I am, there was a car crash. Two cars went into each other. Two people went into hospital. So it's not good. It's not a good situation. And these aren't things that should be laughed at. These are things that should be taken seriously. And I feel like the Labour government has really failed the UK massively in a ridiculous way. And I feel like it will continue to, because they failed us in the riots. They continually keep on hiking up this agenda for climate change, when at the end of the day, it actually shows that all this climate change crap and all this vegetarian crap isn't going to help anything. If anything, it's going to do the exact opposite. And for all the people who are like, oh, the climate crisis is real, the climate crisis is real. The issue is that there is so much evidence at this point to kind of say that the climate, what it shows really is that with the climate right now, everything as it is, the climate resources that they have are unreliable. The resources that they have for climate change are unreliable. And so is being vegan. Being vegan is unreliable. Being vegetarian is unreliable. And there is an issue with so many people where they don't want to hear this, where they don't want to hear being vegan is unreliable. And most people don't last being a vegan for usually 6 months, or a vegetarian, or probably even a pescatarian, because it just really that isn't possible. And really, you need red meat and things like that to build up your protein. And a lot of people are probably going to hate on me and not like me because I'm saying all these things. But I really couldn't care less, because at the end of the day, I would rather point things out that are wrong than be part of the problem. I would rather point things out that are wrong than be part of the problem, because a lot of these people, they will say again and again their agendas, and they will spout their agendas as if they are some like unequivocal right. And it's ridiculous, because really, their agendas are not an equivocal right. They don't even matter. Really, their agendas, this whole climate crisis is a, hyposterical idiocy. And the truth is, few and far between for many in this day and age, because it seems that fallacy seems to go everywhere, to the point where people can even make AI simulations of other people, and it sounds and seems perfectly real. It's gotten to a ridiculous point where it very much is clown world. It very much is now clown world. And you have to realize the climate crisis does exist. I'm not saying the climate crisis doesn't exist. I'm just pointing to the facts that currently, as it is, every system that they have built up, like wind farms, like solar panels, like every kind of renewable energy source, has problems. Every renewable energy source currently, there is one issue or another to putting that into place. And you have to realize that currently, to get those energy sources is impossible. Currently, to do all these things together is impossible. So, when we have the advanced technology to do so, fair enough. Fine. That's good. Deal with the climate crisis. Make a better Earth. That is fine. But what I'm saying is, for now, in this day and age, where we don't have the resources, we currently don't have the time, we currently need to be focused on better and bigger issues. And I'm sorry to state that currently, I guess, the climate crisis isn't the biggest crisis in the world. But let's be deadly honest, it isn't. And it isn't just that. It is also the fact that wherever you go, you seem to be judged irrevocably by people just assuming the absolute worst out of everyone, when instead people could be normal or not extremely paranoid and acting as if they are, well, the best looking people on the planet Earth. Because this is the issue with far too many people now. Far too many people these days seem to think that they are literally walking like Cleopatras or Brad Pitts. And it has honestly gotten to the point where people are so far up their own asses that you have to kind of get some kind of butter or some kind of thing to wedge them out of their own assholes. And this is a thing, because some people are just stuck so far up there, and you think, are you coming out anytime soon? Are you coming out anytime soon? And for some of them, I don't think they ever will. It's like they're permanently stuck up there. But I don't know. At the end of the day, there are some of these people who are so happy to live in a little unbridled, ridiculous illusion land. And these are the same people who made Sweet Baby Games and who are diverse, who are utterly ridiculous, who want to kind of gaysize everything. They want to make the entire world gay. They want to make the entire world lesbian. They want to make everybody trans. They think that gender surgery should be done to absolutely everyone, including kids. And this is the thing. A lot of these people are unequivocally insane. They are mentally insane, are a lot of these people. And it's like, you can see it. I mean, just look at the employees who are employed at Sweet Baby Inc. Look at the people who made the new Assassin's Creed game, who made that guy Asuki or whatever his name was. That friggin' gay black friggin' samurai. Because there's ever been a gay friggin' black samurai. Sure. I mean, at least if you're gonna make a game that is diverse, at least have it be, like, physically and historically accurate. Because if you were being historically and really accurate, you would see that dude be basically decimated by the Roman Guard. Because that didn't happen back then. I mean, it did, but if it happened, it would happen like in the Roman baths, or it wouldn't be massively known, because otherwise you would be in deep crap, basically. But then again, the Romans also had a few issues themselves. But that's the Romans for you. I don't feel like any really tribe within history is extremely perfect. But the Romans didn't exactly help themselves with half of the things that they did. As I feel like Labour is not helping themselves with half of the things they have done. And this world is completely and utterly ridiculous. It has gotten to the point where you don't even know what to say anymore because people have just gotten fed up. They've got fed up with the agendas. They've gotten fed up of everybody really kind of speaking and saying, oh, we all need these rights, we all need this, we all need that. And it's like, I'm not against rights. I'm not against what is good. I am against all these people with agendas. I am against all these people who are utterly ridiculous and look to use being gay, who look to use being transgender, who look to use being a lesbian to basically push an agenda down someone else's throat so hard to kind of force kids and other people to believe that they are transgender, that their mum could be transgender, that their dad could be transgender, that even they could be transgender or be gay or be lesbian. Because it has honestly gotten to the point where it's so blatantly being pushed out that it's just like, even myself, it's like I get annoyed because why try and force something like this upon people? If people are already that way, they will find it out for themselves and they will do something about it. But for those people who are so determined to push this down people's throat, to even, well, really, to groom people, because that is what this is. And a lot of people won't say it out loud. A lot of people don't dare to say it, but that's what this is. That's what this whole agenda is. It's grooming. And let's be deadly, deadly serious here. Because this whole gay agenda thing, this whole lesbian agenda thing, this whole trans agenda thing, this whole woke agenda thing, it is all grooming. It's grooming. And let's be honest, it is grooming of, well, younger people. It is grooming of men. It is grooming of women. Because let's be deadly honest, these people, they don't really give a damn about the world. They care about their agendas and only their agendas. And that's all that matters to them. Not the bottom line, not money, not anything else. That was why Russell T Davies, as soon as the new episodes come out, was straight on Twitter saying, oh, crybabies, crybabies. And the issue is these people are so focused on the agenda, they could not care less about anything else. And they're so mentally depraved, they don't even see how disheveled they are in their own mirrors. And they can't see that they are making their whole lives kinda basically a showcase of exploitation. And they are thinking, ooh, who do I exploit next? Who do I be a complete dick to? Who do I destroy their favorite franchise? How do I basically make a world that was fun and great and good into something that's a complete farce and a load of crap. And these people are all focused on their agenda. They're focused on their idiocies. And it really annoys me. And it has gotten to the point where I'm very much beyond boiling point. Because I've seen these ridiculous things and these ridiculous people so many times, and they will use all these things, being so-called diverse, being asexual, being whatever it is, and they will use it to the point where they can, be happy, get some fame from it, do something good with themselves from it. But it's ridiculous, really, because they're only doing all of these things. And as far as I'm concerned, for the good, honest people who are just living their lives being gay, who are living their lives being lesbians, who are living their lives being transsexuals, who are just living their lives, I have no issue with people who are living their lives. That is fine. The issue I have is with people who are shoving agendas down our throats every 5 seconds when they get the chance, because they don't care about really society, about people, about prospering the next generation, about helping the world, about spreading the word of Jesus Christ, like I do, like others should. But instead, really, these people are focused on complete crap, on complete idiocies, like this whole woke agenda, like diversity, like pushing the words gay down your throat, pushing the words transition, pushing the word lesbian down your throat, or other things. And it is utterly ridiculous, because we live in a world in this day and age that is completely and utterly beyond a joke. I mean, come on. In this world, people dress up as animals. People dress up as babies. What kind of ridiculous world do we live in where women friggin' lick cats and eat their fur as a strange addiction, and people have relationships with their cars? It is honestly one of the most outlandish and ridiculous worlds that I have ever currently seen. And I feel like every year that this world seems to get more outlandish, more ridiculous, to the point where you see utterly wrong and outrageous things, and they just coming out more often, whether it be the P. Diddy stuff, whether it be anything else that is happening within the YouTube community. I know a lot of people are being exposed on the YouTube community right now, and so they should be, for the outrageous things they are doing. But it just goes to show, to a point, how screwed up the world really is, that so many people have their own agendas. Even Philip friggin' Schofield has his own agenda. And it's ridiculous, because that guy shouldn't even get airtime anymore. I mean, really? After what that dude did, it should be basically known, he should be blacklisted from TV. But yeah, let him go and cry on some ridiculous desert island when he is probably harmed a child and groomed that child for several years. I mean, I don't understand the logic behind the BBC of even letting this man behind the camera again. But it really does go to show that the amount of stupidity from the BBC does never exactly end. But these are the same guys who protected Jimmy Savile for all those years. I mean, is it really not known how much of a ridiculous corporation the BBC is? And you know what? I might actually do that. I might do an exposure video on the BBC just to prove how full of crap the BBC are. And just show you guys just some of the ridiculousness behind that. And I'm definitely going to do a lowdown on the Labour government, and especially on Keir. So, if I ended up getting a knock on my door, I really couldn't care less, because I'm a man about free speech. And if Labour or anyone else wants to try and shut me up, let them come and try. God bless you all. Bye.